A lot of people are talking about the twist that happens at the end of Invincible episode 1. You know, because it's sick. If you haven't watched it already, you definitely should, but did you know that the show actually makes some pretty significant changes from the comics? First, when Omni-Man kills the Guardians of the Globe, it's an absolute slaughter. There is no contest. The Guardians put up no fight whatsoever. And this helps establish Omni-Man as an unstoppable powerhouse that even the world's strongest defenders couldn't lay a scratch on. Also, this twist happens like 11 issues in, showing readers that the kid-friendly comic they thought they were reading was about to get much darker and more gruesome. Meanwhile, audiences of the show are immediately made aware that this is going to be an animation for adults. The impact isn't that jarring when things start getting crazy. That being said, the fight in the show is incredible, and not just because of the spectacular animation and great voice acting, but because the Guardians actually put up a fight, causing Omni-Man to have to think strategically. Omni-Man has to use his brains and muscles to take down his opponent, leading to a much more interesting fight and character.
Do you remember when J.K. Simmons was getting yoked? And everybody thought he was just getting ready to be Commissioner Gordon. But that just doesn't make any sense because he doesn't use his muscles in Justice League. But now we know. Even while doing voiceover, J.K. is the ultimate method actor. Now we know he was preparing for the role of his lifetime.
So I'm a big fan of Invincible, but I'm also just a fan of superheroes. So seeing the Guardians of the Globe, it was really cool. It's obvious looking here, they're very loosely based off the Justice League. However, did you guys know that the voice actors for all of these characters share something in common? Every single one of them, and I mean every single one of them, is played by an actor or actress from The Walking Dead. Which makes sense because Robert Kirkman did Walking Dead and he did Invincible. So our main man, Immortal in the middle, is played by the actor who played Aaron. He also voices the Aquaman fish guy. You got War Woman right here, who is voiced by the actress who plays Maggie. We got Red Rush over here, voiced by the actor who plays Abraham. And we got Darkwing up over here, voiced by the actor who plays Morgan. We got Green Ghost over here, who was gender swapped from the comics, played by the actress who plays Sasha. Then we got Martian Man over here, voiced by the actor who plays Tyrese. And ironically enough, the actor who voices Samson, who was an original Guardians member, is voiced by the actor who plays King Ezekiel from The Walking Dead. Nice.
Fine! What's 17 more years? I can always start again. Make another kid.
So season 1 of Invincible just finished, and it was sick. And while the show follows a lot of the comics' plot points pretty closely, did you know that the pacing is, well, completely different? Big moment of the season finale is when Omni-Man leaves the planet, you know, after absolutely thrashing Mark. But almost every other plot point that happens in this show is supposed to happen after that moment. Mars, Titan, most of the Reaniman stuff. Now, Jesus Christ. To put into perspective, Omni-Man leaves the planet in issue 13 of the comic, and Robot doesn't become Rudy until issue 34. Meanwhile, in the show, Rudy becomes Robot in episode 7, and Omni-Man leaves the planet in episode 8. The pace of the show is way more exciting, which makes for a more constantly engaging story. And while the comic is definitely engaging, it's also intentionally slow, with a lot more time dedicated to Mark's journey as a superhero. And while the show is definitely more exciting, oh yeah, by the way, this never happens in the comic, I do think it comes at a minor cost. The slow pace of the comic really makes you feel the progression of Mark as a superhero, and it's satisfying to see it take him like 50 issues to finally become competent at it.
Fine! What's 17 more years? I can always start again. Make another kid.
Characters who could beat Omni-Man in a fight, Part 1. Spoilers for Invincible if you haven't watched it, obviously. We're going by death battle rules here. Neither character has any prep time, it's just a knockdown, drag-out fight, last man standing wins. Who could beat Omni-Man in a fight? The obvious choice is Superman. From what I've seen in the show and what I've read in the comics, Viltrumites do have an impressive super durability, but there is a limit to how much damage they can tank before it ends up hurting them. See every time Mark Grayson got his ass kicked in an episode, and the mere existence of Battle Beast. The main thing in favor of Omni-Man here is that Superman would hesitate. He doesn't like to fight, at least not at first, and he would try to talk him down. So what I predict happening is that Nolan would knock him around for a bit, but then once Superman decided to start fighting seriously, it would be over for him. So yeah, Superman would be able to defeat Omni-Man in a fight, but he's not the only one. Like and follow for Part 2.
I'm gonna be just like you. No matter what you say I can do, I'll follow you until the day I can smile at you and say, Big brother, I'm just like you.
I don't care if this makes you uncomfortable. I don't. Some of y'all in this comment section is mad fucking weird. And the fact is is that it's not women in the comments, but it's men. Trying to argue why I should shut up and that I am reaching about Amber Bennett, who was originally a white woman, who was more concerned about Mark being a drug dealer than being a superhero. And when she found out that Mark was a superhero, she was completely okay and in love with him. Kind, caring, loving, kinda dense. To this bitch who was accusing, angry, selfish, and moody. Oh, and she just happens to be black. Not like that's a stereotype black women don't already have. If I'm apparently reaching for the whole race thing, we're all just trying to do our part to make sure when you consume a piece of entertainment, you're seeing representation of the world that exists around us. So she's based off the concept of what they believe a black woman is. But I should just be happy to have another disliked black woman on screen. But what do I know? It's not like I'm the one they're targeting.
You might as well give up. I'm
safe. Who knows, maybe someday we'll even work with...
This could happen to the Guardians of the Globe. It means that none of us are... Alright, it's okay. I'm in...
He calls himself.
You're going to be beautiful. You're going to be in...
Where's Mark, Debbie? Where's...
I truly hope Mark lives up to his name. To face his father and survive, he'll need to be...
Fine! What's 17 more years? I can always start again. Make another kid.
So let me get this straight. You want Brandon from Brightburn, then you want to put him up against the Star-Spangled Devil himself. Then you added in Omni-Man, and then you want to put them up against an evil version of Superman. Well, congratulations, my friend. You have invented a new type of slaughter. So let me run this down the best way I know this is going to happen. Is there a state lower than lowest difficulty? Because he's getting taken out expeditiously. I'm telling you, Rageaholics Anonymous is not touching anyone else on this list. And each of them have no problem taking down younger people. This is especially the case with Homelander. I actually think he gets off on it. Then the next one out is going to be Homelander. There's no one in the world that matches his power, so he gets away with bullying people like he usually does. Since he's never had someone as powerful as him to challenge him, he lacks fighting experience. So yeah, he's getting washed. Now let's get to the nitty-gritty and talk about Omni-Man. Viltrumites are incredibly powerful. In the comic books, Omni-Man is easily faster than light, no question. Omni-Man will give Superman a fight, that's for sure. But it will not be a long one, I'll tell you that. Kryptonians beat out Viltrumites in every conceivable way. An evil Superman would just look at him and lobotomize him in seconds. Superman got that. Well, folks, it's about that time. Let's talk Invincible finale. Well, it looks like we're finally having the talk. So, Viltrumites are basically Kryptonians if they had the mindset of Saiyans.
Love your mother, but she's more like a pet to me.
Oh, hell nah! Like, this episode is a wake-up call to a lot of people. Like, honestly, Omni-Man shows that Superman would make everyone on the planet fodder if it wasn't for the Flash. Even with that being said, that's still a stretch, to be honest. Like, bro, the utter carnage a being like this can cause. The world is like tissue paper to them, bruh. Bro, if the plot is not involved and this is a straight-up fight, they're dead. I don't care.
17 more years. I can always start again. Make another kid.
Bro, from the delivery of that line, it was just too good for J.K. Simmons to never have said this to his child. My heart during this scene. Okay, Omni-Man's justification for this whole thing makes no sense. The man's whole philosophy is just kill them now so you won't miss them later. Like, Nolan, just say you have a god complex and just keep it moving.
Why did you make me do this? You're fighting so you can watch everyone around you die. Think, Mark. You'll outlast every fragile, insignificant being on this planet. You'll live to see this world crumble to dust and blow away. Everyone and everything you know will be gone. What will you have after 500 years?
You, Dad. I still have you.
Saw something on Twitter about Donald from Invincible and Bobby from King of the Hill being the same person. He even wears Dale's glasses, and even back in 2008 Bobby was reading the comic. If not, they still to go.
Characters who could beat Omni-Man in a fight, Part 2. Once again, we're going by death battle rules. Neither character has any prep time. It's a knockdown, drag-out fight. Last man standing wins. Who could beat Omni-Man in a fight? Ghost Rider. Not even taking into account that Omni-Man's punch first and ask questions later style of fighting wouldn't work on Ghost Rider because only holy weapons can truly harm him and any damage he takes he can just reconstitute himself from. There are two words I want you to keep in mind. Penance Stare. Now I know that the Penance Stare is kind of iffy because what it actually does and its effectiveness kind of varies from writer to writer, but the general consensus is this. It takes the guilt that you feel, subconscious or otherwise, from your past sins that you've committed and burns you alive with it. Before you tell me that Omni-Man is a proud Viltrumite who has no regrets, it's clear from the Season 1 finale that he does regret murdering all those people, and he does regret having to fight his son, so Nolan's toast.
Fine! What's 17 more years? I can always start again. Make another kid.
Ha! Man, I don't know if y'all have seen this show on Amazon called Invincible, but I'm about to put y'all on. Cover your eyes, kids. Ah! So my man right here, these are all heroes. Pushes him out the way. Weave! He's a hero that's turned on all of his hero friends, bro. Nobody knows why. He got a hold of the Great Value Flash, y'all. He's about to crush his brains. K.O. Look at all that cherry Kool-Aid. That's one down. You gotta get this Great Value Superman under control. Why have you done this? Two-piece combo, no biscuit. Hold that. Still tied together? Get off of me. Weave, sit down! Get up. Ooh, he was about to send her straight to the gulag. Wahoo! Counter! Sit down! Bring it around town? KO! Go over there! Hold this real quick. Pay attention. KO! Oh my God! Ha! I knew you guys would want to see more of this, so I got y'all. Kids, cover your eyes. Look at grown-up Squirtle trying to fight back. The disrespect! He's using her as a Gears of War meat shield! I'm on you! Stun that man! Weave, 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 counter! Ooh, let me borrow this real quick. Thanks. Hold this real quick. Fatality! Sit down, Squirtle. Go back to Pokemon. You're done. Nanny? Oh, now he's mad. Wraps around him like he's doing the silhouette challenge? Hold that! Cherry Kool-Aid. Ugh! More cherry Kool-Aid. Let him get up, let him get up. Fight back! Jesus! Now I'm mad. Counter! KO! Weave! Let me see what that neck do. Took out the whole Justice League. I mean the Blustus League. Game over.
If it meant not having an unpaid intern animate half the
I'm legitimately so tired of bad faith criticisms. Hi, my name's Katrin. I'm a story artist who works in the animation industry. I did not work on this show, but I know a lot of people who did, and I want to talk about it. Is the criticism that the show spent too much money on its actors over its animation a valid criticism? 100%. Totally a valid criticism. But if we could refrain in any sort of animation critique discourse from shitting on the artists, because some of the most talented, incredible individuals worked on this production, some of my teachers, in fact, worked on this production, and hearing people say that some unpaid intern did this is disgusting and rude. I get it. I'm frustrated by budgets too. It affects me a lot more than it affects you. Can we please stop shitting on artists when discussing a show?